Hi, in this video we're going to talk about SDG 12, which is a UN Sustainable Development Goal which speaks to the responsible consumption and production, and more specifically to the SDG target 12.3, which talks about reducing per capita food waste. This video outlines the creative process of developing understanding into the problem and coming up with a solution.
We estimate that a third of food is dumped in South Africa every year. This has significant ecological impacts because all that food has compounded water and energy, and from a climate change perspective, in the landfill it emits harmful greenhouse gases, both methane and carbon dioxide. In South Africa, up to 12 million people don't know where their next meal is coming from, and yet we're wasting 10 million tons of food every year.
With those startling statistics, it's led us to conclude that it's morally wrong to waste so much food in a country like South Africa, which has such high poverty levels. Our desktop research revealed that there are existing solutions for consumers to get rid of unwanted food, like donating to food banks and household composting, among other things. However, the South African waste management sector is not adequately developed, which presents a challenge, a missed economic opportunity, and needless negative environmental impact. Additional research revealed that poor planning, buying food that is not required immediately, and confusing the best buy and use by date were among some of the top reasons of food waste. This research coincides with key insights obtained from observations which revealed that people often buy regularly for consumption in the coming weeks. However, large packaging of edible food like vegetables will cause food to go off before it is all used. Some of our key themes that emerged from consumer interviews revealed that big families buy food out of scheduled habit and buy in bulk. Smaller households, however, reported that they are more prone to food wastage because of the inconvenience to frequently shop. To that end, the focus of our challenge is to assist consumers minimize overstocking and to enable them to redirect unused but edible food with ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the defined stage, we are going to take you through persona development. In the persona development, let us introduce you to Lindiwe Zungu, a 35-year-old single mother of 2 children. She spends about 3,500 rands on groceries every month, and she has realized that on a weekly basis, she disposes of some food, expired food, and this constitutes to 7% of her total spend. She is very conscious about this wastage because she volunteers a lot of her time at soup kitchens, and she's seen firsthand the poverty that is out there, and this has really prompted her towards looking towards a solution that can solve this problem of overstocking and food wastage from her side. She feels that she needs a tool that can help her with this problem. The benefit that this tool would bring to her life is really to see herself making a positive contribution to society by only stocking up what she can consume and immediately giving away what she won't need before it reaches the expiry. Lindiwe shops weekly, and this is an unhappy exercise for her because she feels she could be using that time towards some of her more important priorities. However, when she embarks on the process going from aisle to aisle, it gives her an exhilarating feeling because it feeds into her compulsive buying. She, however, feels unhappy when she wastes food, and this brings about a frustrating process for her. She knows that she will never change the habit because she cannot bear drawing up a list every month on month about what she needs. She is highly aware about the situation, given her experience, people that are hungry. How did we come about with this character and with the idea, the grand idea? We had to do our desktop research from the SDGs. We also did 14 interviews, and out of these, they have revealed that a lot of females between the 30 and 40 with solution that we're presenting. Further on, we conducted a service safari experience at Woolies, observing the behavior, observing the shopping, and this is how we actually came up with our grand idea through a brainstorming session that led up to the consolidation of what my colleague Chris will present to you in the development stage. Thank you.
Okay, so over to the develop phase. We've decided we need to combat food waste at the household level. We decided to follow the model of home delivery groceries. So groceries are firstly delivered to your door. As the food comes in, it needs to be tagged using our app. The app, it can use the barcodes or take a photo of it, and it is then put into your fridge. So similar to an inventory management system, we now have a record of what food we have in our fridge. And as food is taken out, we tag it off of the app, and this allows us to create a live list of what's in our fridge, what was on the original list. So this is helpful in ordering food together and without the risk of double buying. However, there's always a risk of food going off. With this app, it knows when the food was put into your fridge. It knows the average shelf life and as it notices a food item that is approaching its average shelf life it's going to start notifying the user that there is food in your fridge that is at risk of going off and to use it. After our initial pitch with our peer syndicates, Syndicate 5 pointed out that this notification interface could also be used to tag the food out of the fridge. For instance, if food has been consumed in the prior week and this notification pops up for that food item that wasn't tagged out, the user can then tag the food item off from this notification interface. However, if the user can't use the food, then through the app, you can call a pickup service that will then come and pick up this food that is approaching its expiry date. Again, from feedback from our peer syndicate, it is important to note that this service will only pick up the original products in the original packaging. So based off our user testing, we had some good feedback around the convenience. However, we had some issues with the onerous nature of having to scan in each and every food item, as well as the logistics around managing a secondary supply chain in picking up and dropping off food now. Instead of scanning every single item that comes into your household, we decided we could rather use the customer loyalty programs as well as the e-shopping apps. These services already know what you've bought and what is in your fridge, so we could just leverage the data off of that and to help us manage our inventory in our household. So we no longer need that. As for the pickup service, the lack of incentive and the cost associated with dropping off and picking up. So we decided to approach the Uber model where independent third parties could join the network with an incentive that they would drive around, buy from households, and then with an exchange, and then they can take this food that is approaching its sell-by date and take it to other economies that they can actually make a profit on. So we no longer need a managed pickup service, foodpreneurs that now form part of the greater service. And that's our product.
Now we move over to delivery phase. In order to achieve our target measures, our delivery strategy will focus on two critical metrics. Number one, measures of success. Number two, go-to-market strategy. And here is how we intend to measure the success of our solution. Measurement. Using predominantly 4 key variables, the first being the app, followed by the utilization of the app, thirdly, food wastage, and finally, the impact that we make on the food banks. To begin with, our initial target is 2,000 app users, then we scale it up in line with the feedback from users. From a utilization, we monitor the frequency of usage per user. This is behavior. And we will target to increase utilization, which is adequately covered in the go-to plan below. We also want to impact the national statistics. So we will employ a survey to assess the decrease of food wastage. And finally, but not least, to ensure our solution is truly making the impact for which it's designed for, we will measure the number of food banks impacted, the quality of food, as well as the experience of food donated. Now let me take you to our go-to-market strategy, which by the way has been designed using the 7 P's of marketing. Our product is called Food Angel. It uses a simple and convenient digital app. Our target market is the middle to upper income earners. The price for our app is free, but we will collect 25 Rand just for the running cost. People are critical, and we will intensify training on how to use our app, as well as ensuring that the collection and delivery standards are aligned with our brand positioning. From a promotion, we will use multimedia, be focusing on social media quite intensely. From a place point of view, our feedback reveals that our donors cherish convenience. So food will be collected from the comfort of their homes. The process will emphasize simplicity, offer them the convenience of selecting when and how they want the foodpreneur to come and collect. They will also get notification of reminders about the excess food in their homes, with donors getting the benefit to rate the food quality by the foodpreneurs. Physical evidence. You have noticed that our interface is predominantly through an app. Our go-to strategy can be summarized as below. And here is a preview of our look and feel. Emphasizing our brand positioning, we make it easy for you to do good. I thank you.